So tonight I wanted to chat about one of the coaches, Lisa. I don't know if you ladies have seen her hop in and out of the different Marco Polo groups, but she brought up today she wanted to do a video or a post on movement outside of her normal like CrossFit weightlifting routine. She has been trying to take a break a little bit from Olympic weightlifting and CrossFit and stuff like that and find other things to do. And so she actually got really inspired because she went rollerblading over the weekend. And she lives in Idaho, for those of you who don't know. And so she has to be kind of creative with her outdoor activity because she's gotten snow, it's cold, but there was, I believe it was an indoor rollerblading space. And so she went and did that and she had a lot of fun. So she wanted to do a post, I believe on Facebook, could do a video of different ideas that you could do in the wintertime when it's cold, but that will get you outside. So I wanted to see if you ladies had any ideas, because I know we all live in different areas with different weather climates. So she lives in Idaho, so she's good for like those people who live in snow. But if any of you who are experiencing, different weather, what would your recommendation be for good outdoor activities or maybe things you guys have tried?
That's a good question.
I'm going to share one while you guys think about that, because I kind of Googled, because I'm not really good with ideas. So I Googled one to see if anyone else had some unique ideas. There was one, it's called, let me look it up really quick because I'm going to botch this. It is called plogging. Has anyone heard of plogging? Plogging.
No.
So plogging is actually a Swedish fitness craze, supposedly. And so plogging comes from a combination of two words. And the first one is plocka, which I guess means to pick. And then the word jogging, obviously. So plogging. And so what you do is you go jogging, but as you jog, you pick up litter. So like so it's kind of a two thing. You're, picking up trash, and then you're also getting in some exercise. Instead of walking, you're jogging. So hence plogging.
And here I thought it was going to be something you did at IKEA.
Right?
It sounds like it.
Right? I need your Swedish meatballs.
I've heard they're really good. I've never tried them.
They are very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They are good. That's a really interesting idea. In the neighborhood I lived in previously and in my new neighborhood, there are certain people I see that walk through and pick up stuff. And honestly, my husband is great. He picks up a lot of trash as we're walking along. So, and it is a good activity, and it's a good feel-good activity because you are cleaning up the neighborhood,
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. Teresa said she doesn't go outside much in the winter unless she's forced to. So her movement is all inside on the treadmill until May.
Yeah. I can relate to Teresa. That's why we come to Florida.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I like skiing, but that has to be really planned, unfortunately, because there's not any ski places close by. So it's not like something I can do on a regular basis, and it's a treat kind of thing. So I don't think it really fits this category because I can't just go out and do it on a fairly regular basis.
I think maybe, go ahead, Terry.
I'm more like Teresa. I mean, if I'm up north and it's cold, my treadmill broke like right before I was coming down here. So
oh no,
I have to shop I know. It was really old and luckily I was done, but when I turned it off, it started smoking.
Oh no.
So, it's toast.
Are you sure you weren't running that fast?
No, not me. You've seen me. I don't run. I don't run. Marlena's our runner.
Yes.
So,
Marlena, do you have any different outdoor activities that you could do in the wintertime other than running. Like we're just trying to find different unique things to do that can count as movement other than your typical, strength training, whatever. And she's right. I think she's probably trying for the unmute button.
Like personally, things that I do.
Yeah, like have you tried anything different?
No, I mean the weather here is like it's really cold in the mornings when I do go out. So I get walking in or running in. But I had to buy the appropriate clothing because I didn't have that last year, so I didn't go out at all. So just having the warm clothing helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But during the day, it gets a little bit warmer to where we can actually go hiking or do something like that. I haven't done it, but I do owe my son hike. So it's like in the daytime, it's in the 50s or 60s, so it's nice weather.
Yeah.
We don't get snow. Up in the mountains they do, but yeah, even if we had snow, I probably wouldn't go out in the snow. I don't like to be wet.
I don't blame you.
Oh, and I was just going to suggest swimming. Yeah, indoor swimming is nice once or twice a week. COVID's kind of messed it up because honestly, I've lost track of what the rules are for the pools.
Mm-hmm.
But swimming is really good during this, during the cold weather.
And if you're like Amy, you'll just go out in the cold weather and swim.
Yeah.
She's
No,
crazy.
that's where I draw the line.
Yeah. No, I don't do cold. I grew up in cold, but I don't do cold. So
I know Cindy did a bike ride in December when we did our 5K. Cindy went out and did a bike ride.
wow.
And it was really pretty. It was like the perfect temperature. And she went out and did a really pretty bike ride. Cindy, have you gone on the bike ride since then?
I have not, but we've had crappy
say,
weather. But I will say, like, I shoveled snow multiple days in a row, and I counted that as movement.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
when I was done shoveling my snow, I started working on where the plows went because I was like, it was like I felt like it was safer for me to like shovel random bits of snow, and it also made my neighbors happy rather than to try to walk or like sweat inside or anything like that. So I created paths for the mailman for like all the houses.
Oh, wow.
But I got the movement in.
Yeah, that's a great movement. I hear an echo. That's a great movement. And plus it was kind of like the whole jogging and picking up trash thing. It's, you're shoveling snow, but then you helped your neighbors and you helped the mailman. Like you created a path for them. So it's kind of like a, 2-for-1 type of thing. So it's awesome. What else? Snow shoveling, picking up litter and jogging, swimming, skiing. Skiing is good if you're close enough. Okay, what about indoor activities? Because like Lisa went rollerblading, like it was an indoor rollerblading place. So can you think of any like indoor activities that are close that you guys?
They have all those classes. They have dancer size and salsa dancing like Rebecca does. All of that is fun. But those are, I think, more of a commitment because at least down here you have to sign up for like mostly a regular participation in that, and that doesn't really fit in my schedule right now.
Right. Yeah, it's not one of those things where you can just kind of go on a whim.
Yeah. Hey, does anybody in their area have Class Pass? So my kids live in New York City, but I know it extends beyond New York City, but you can buy a pass and it gives you a list of the participating gyms, exercises class, yoga, all that. And you can go and try out all of these different places by just buying this class pass, and they really like it. And they don't really have it down here, but I always thought that would be kind of fun because I love to do that. When we go to a different place, I like to go to a different CrossFit gym or whatever. So I think that would be really fun if you had it in your area, but you would have to live in a metropolitan area, I think, to have that available to you.
I have heard of that, but that you're right. That is something that if someone is stuck and they're not sure, like they're trying to find a new activity or movement to do, class pass would be good because then you can go try it and figure out what you would enjoy. Or if you just want extra movement.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great idea. But you're right. You would have to be in a bigger city area.
Yeah.
Go out in the cold.
I have discovered a lot of different like random videos on YouTube that teach you all sorts of random things that involve movement. And I made a commitment to a group of friends that we all are doing this like commit to 20 minutes a day, Monday through Friday. And I was like, okay, I'll do that because I need to do it anyway. And because the weather's been so bad and I shoveled all the snow, there's none left around my area. I was like, what am I going to do? Like the roads are still like nasty and like I'm leaving when it's dark and getting home when it's dark. So to fulfill this commitment with my friends, I've been finding all these different like random videos on YouTube that are entertaining. My cats are freaked out, but it's worked. I've done my 20 minutes.
So like what kind of things do they have you do?
Like it's whatever you put in the search bar. So if you say you want to learn a specific Broadway dance, you literally can find every tutorial for almost every dance that's on Broadway. And no, it's not like high intensity, but you're still moving and it's so random, but it works.
That's a great
Sounds
idea.
cool.
That's I never think of YouTube. I know you're right. Everything is on there. And it's always a secondary thought, but that is brilliant.
Now we just have to remember it.
Yeah, YouTube, I always tell people, like, if you're truly committed to something, go find YouTube. Like, if you don't want to spend the money, but you want to commit to something, go to YouTube because everything's on YouTube. I mean, people give so much information, free information on YouTube.
Most TVs are smart TVs. So I find it much better to like look at YouTube on the television. I'm never going to stand in front of my computer and do a workout. Like that's never going to happen. But if like the sound's not good, the screen's too small, I already feel ridiculous sitting in front of the TV, but that's doable to me. I don't feel as ridiculous. Not that even anybody can see me, but since it's already built into most smart TVs or in any cable service. So if you have like Comcast or whatever, you can just say to the remote, pull up YouTube and it'll do that. So you don't even have anything special.
It's a great idea. My husband tried to convince me. Well, okay. So for New Year's, we went to they called it a buck and ball. So it was a rodeo, but a dance afterwards. But we have not done line dancing in a very long time. Well, apparently line dancing is outdated.
Oh.
And now it's more of like couples, kind of like a swing dance type of thing, but it's a, couples country dance. So my husband's like, let's look up YouTube and let's look up some dance lessons. I'm like, no, we'll be fine. We'll figure this out. Oh my gosh. We had no clue what we were doing. It was entertaining to say the least. And turns out I like to lead. And I'm not supposed to, but I'm really bad at dancing because I try to be the leader. And so I was it was pretty entertaining, but dancing is a really good way. I mean, you're having fun, but you're getting an extra movement. It's like it's a fun exercise to do. So I love that idea, Cindy. Thanks for sharing that. But I thought that was funny about line dancing. It's not a thing anymore, apparently.
Only at weddings.
Only at weddings or on cruises. I hear cruises still do them sometimes. Oh, what did Teresa say? That sounds fun. It does sound fun. It was fun. What else? dancing, shoveling snow, swimming,
Yoga.
yoga. That was a good one.
I know Coach Lauren is doing 30 days of yoga with Adrian. I've done Adrian yoga like once or twice, and it was pretty easy. And I think the 30-day one she was telling me starts really simple. But something like that, I guess I'd rather do yoga on YouTube than in the studio.
Mm-mm.
So that's something you can do at home.
Yeah. And that's good too. Like you, go ahead, Marlena.
No, I wasn't saying.
Oh, YouTube is good for like those individuals who, like me, are more of an introvert who, you know, don't really want to be out in the social and would rather do it in the comfort of their home, you know, work out in the comfort of their home. YouTube is good for that too. So yeah, yoga is one of those ones. You can do it on YouTube. Teresa said she signed up for a year of access to bodygroove.com, a website full of dancing exercises. Oh, bodygroove.com. Huh, I have not heard of that one. Sounds fun. Now I want to look it up. Oh, there was another thing, Teresa, there was another thing that I was thinking of was, to kind of like multitask. Because sometimes I think with movement, we think it's a chore. Like for some of us, movement is a chore, right? And even as kids, we hated chores. As adults, we still hate chores, right? So we have to do some fun aspects within movement, like dancing. But there was another one that someone recommended was, it could either be jogging or it could be walking, but you go out and then you take pictures. And so, you know, you just, I don't know, practice photography. I don't know, but you just take pictures, like find things that you want to take pictures of, and then you go take pictures. And so it's kind of like, you don't think of it as I'm going to go for a walk or I'm going to go for a jog. It's more of, I'm going to go take pictures of X, Y, and Z. You know, it could be before a sunset or the sunrise or birds, if you like taking pictures of birds or nature or whatever, you know. But finding something to where it's fun, but you're still getting movement in at the same time, not making, like trying to not make it a chore, I think would be really helpful for a lot of people.
I love that. And I have absolutely done that.
Like specifically the picture taking?
Yeah, I do photography on the side, and it's shocking how much braver I become when I have a camera in my hand, because if I want to get to a place to get the right shot, I can't tell you how many times I've crawled up on something and then looked down afterwards and I'm like, how am I going to get down?
Yeah, that's interesting because you're so focused on getting a good shot that you're not focused on what it is that you're climbing on and moving around.
Which can be problematic, but well, I'm here to tell the story. So obviously I didn't die.
Oh, picture taking. I like that you've done that before too. Picture taking. I'm trying to think what else. Like I said, I Googled some stuff before because I was trying to get different ideas. Picture taking was one of those. Ice skating. I think that would be great if you had little kids and you were brave enough to go with them. I don't think I would be brave enough because I'd be afraid I'd break something. If I fell and landed on my wrist, I'd probably break a wrist or something. I don't know. Ice fishing. I don't think I would ever go ice fishing.
It's too cold.
It's too cold and I would have a fear of falling through the ice. So, oh, look, shovel snow for someone in need. Cindy has done that. Check. Take pictures was another one. Go camping, which I think it'd be too cold to go camping. snowshoeing. Now, snowshoeing would be a lot of fun for anyone who lived around snow, which I do, but I don't live in like deep enough snow to go snowshoeing. But I think snowshoeing.
I've snowshoed. It's a lot of work.
My sister lives in Minnesota, and she does that. And she says it's really hard.
It is. It's fun and it's beautiful out most of the time, but it is hard work.
Yeah. Have you ever done like cross country skiing?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the
That's
same?
fun.
Or is it harder than, is snowshoeing harder or about the same?
The snowshoeing is harder actually, because the skiing, you're just whipping along.
Mm.
The snowshoeing, you're plodding along. And a lot of times if we're at a ski place, we'll try to snowshoe up the mountain, and that's really hard. And it's hard coming down.
I really thought about that. That makes sense though. Yeah. Skiing is more of a glide.
Yeah, it's much
Snowshoeing is
easier.
like plodding. Gotcha. Well, thanks for the different suggestions. I'm going to pass them on to Lisa so that way she can do a post on Facebook to give different ideas, because especially wintertime, we don't really feel like doing much. When it's cold, we don't want to go outside. So trying to find things indoors, but also trying to find things that are fun that will force us to get outside, even if it's cold but sunny. I mean, geez, I live in Wyoming, but I have neighbors 2 houses down that even when it's blowing snow sideways, they're out walking with their dog. You just dress appropriately. You just make sure your face is covered and your eyes are covered and no skin is showing. And then he just goes and walks down the road. I have no excuses because my neighbor is much older than me and he goes out and walks his dog,
Yeah,
So,
that's what they make invisible fences for.
true.
Well, I'm excited about the YouTube suggestion. I'm going to look up some dances and stuff. I think that would be so much fun.
It would
Guys,
be.
okay, all this week we should look up YouTube dances and then report back next week how it went.
Yeah, or record yourself doing them and post them on the fitme Facebook page.
Oh, there's
I don't think that's going to happen on this end.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I might have to do that. That would be fun. Although, maybe I will try one with my husband and attempt not to lead. I'll try and let him lead me.
Yeah, I'm the second oldest out of 7 girls, so I always led when we danced. So that's what I tell my husband.
Oh, too funny. All right, ladies. Well, thanks for the chat. It was fun getting different ideas.
That was
Thank
great.
you. Yeah.
Thanks, Brooke. Thanks, ladies. Have a good evening.
You're
Yes.
welcome. I'll see you ladies next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.